Russell Wilson shut out for the first time in his career. 150 starts. This is the only time. No points. Wow. 451st home win in team history for Green Bay. That breaks the tie with Chicago. They now have the most all-time. Packers start 8-2 for the second time in the last 3 seasons. Matt LaFleur off to a terrific regular season record his 3 years there. Packers minus 170 on the money line. They were given 3. Would have given 16.5. And the under came in because, well, one team didn't get to 20 and the other didn't score at all. Here is afterwards Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Aaron, I talked to Coach at halftime. He said we just need to run the ball better, and you guys obviously did that in the second half. But in terms of that start, tough offensive sledding, what would you attribute that to?
Well, I mean, it was a good defensive effort by them. We were just off on a few plays, I think, in the first half. We had some chances there. I had a scramble. They called kind of a phantom holding call. Would have put us 1st and 10 on the 12, and then we missed a field goal, and then we just stuttered in the first, the rest of the first half. Really, most of the game, other than those 2 good drives we had. But they played a lot of shell coverage and dared us to run the ball, and we didn't run the ball very well for a while, and I missed a couple throws, but I mean, to win 17-0 feels pretty amazing.
Just another tremendous defensive effort by your team. But for you to be able to just put everything behind you now, focus on the rest of the season, you walk out of here atop the NFC right now. What does that mean? It's
great. I mean, this is our kind of football right here with the flurries that we had today, the temperature. We want things to come through Lambeau because we know how tough it is to play here in the wintertime for visiting teams. Proud of our defense, though. What Joe's done with those guys, the way they're playing, the pass rush, the coverage on the back end was just incredible. They played great last week, too. I mean, to hold that offense to 13 points and this offense scoreless is, I mean, that's winning football right there. We got to do better on offense. We will. We got to be better in situational football, but it feels great to be back out here with the guys. I missed them. I missed this experience, and I'm so happy to come out here on top.
Appreciate the time, Aaron.
Thanks, Trace.
All right, thank you to Tracy Wolfson there. Now, look, it just wasn't a good day. You say whatever you want. I mean, the guy's been so good for so long. This was as bad as you've ever seen it. Because it wasn't just unlucky or a great defense or any of that. It was all of it. And he made terrible decisions with football. He was rusty. Seemed like he was both mentally and physically rusty. And he'll have better days because he's Russell Wilson and he's terrific. All right, so what is the biggest takeaway from this? Is it that Seattle's in real trouble and Russ is rusty? Is it that Aaron Rodgers, after all these distractions, looked like he was a little distracted? Is it, hey, if Aaron Jones is in trouble, Green Bay's in trouble, he left with an injury? Or is it, hey, A.J. Dillon, next man up, Green Bay is ready to roll, and they had a great defensive performance today?
I think, me personally, I attack the Seattle Seahawks side, and I think it's safe to say their playoff hopes are pretty much done. Pretty much disco dead, and disco has been dead for a long, long time. They're just too far behind, and seeing what we saw today, it's going to take some time for Russ to get back into that rhythm that he was displaying before the injury, and the NFC is very, very competitive. I mean, you can add a list of 5 to 6 teams that legit have an opportunity of winning a championship. So me personally, I think seeing what happened today and looking at the rest of the road throughout the season for Seattle, I don't see them making them playoffs.
Yeah, the Packers are doing what the Packers need to do. I'm just going to piggyback off of that and say that Russell Wilson has to get better as the weeks go along. I guess I expected too much of him, but 2 for 15 on throws of 10-plus yards down the field. 0 of 7 on the deep shots, 20-plus yards down the field. It can't continue that way. His deep ball is what makes Russ Russ because his speed isn't there anymore now in his 30s. If he can't figure this out next week, I'm completely right there with you, B-Mac. They are absolutely dead for this season.
It just shows you that there are certain franchises that put it all, even more on their quarterback than others. You know, we talk about what Baltimore does with Lamar Jackson, what Buffalo does with Josh Allen. Same thing with Seattle. If Russ doesn't play well, they have no shot. They have no shot. There's not enough that can pick it up around him to get it done. And that's just sort of the way they're built. And so Russ is going to have to get unrusty quickly if they want to try to salvage this season. Okay, straight ahead. Sunday Night Football. Vegas, baby. Kansas City taking on the Raiders. Who wins, who covers, and what's the right way to play this? That's straight ahead. Yeah, HQ.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.